Hey-ho! Hiya, my name's Marge in Mahoka. Empath, I just like having these little talks about how I feel about things, and I'm pretty blissed out right now. You could tell I could only do about a 38-minute meditate state today. Um, Empath, I pick up on the vibe, and I'm stationed here at the 45th parallel, and people are freaking shorting out, man. No, it's absurd. It's ridiculous. Get a hold of yourselves, you're grown-ups, you know. Fear is inside. Just like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so is fear. So is fear. You're telling yourself how scared you are, and I freaking went, did laundry today, and it was a regular grocery store day, business as usual. Nope. It's like, and it's so stupid. They have freaking they close school till like the end of March. It's no wonder the freaking kids don't know how to make choices and learn how to grow and exceed in thought because they're freaking never in school. It's just weird. So everybody's at the stores, because everybody's freaking out about buying toilet paper so they can stay home. So everybody's out with their children in every store. And I'm just like, this is rise above it, man. Rise above the fear, people. Rise above it. I couldn't even do my regular stuff because it was like freaking Black Friday shopping. And it's Friday the 13th. And it's just like, usually Friday the 13th are lucky for me. And I do feel lucky. I feel lucky because I just went, nope. Did go to the store day. It's not, don't leave myself in dire straits. I'll freaking set the alarm and go at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got no problem with that. I'm all hours. I'm full spectrum, Heyoka. I got no beef with that. A lot of times I'm up anyway. But it's just, it's out of hand that people don't have, faith. You can't have fear and faith at the same time. You can't, and evidently, but it's so beautiful because look at all the stuff that people are seeing. Why is all the money going for that, dude? You know, Nobody needs that much, so people are freaking being made to wake up. They're being made, and what's gonna happen? It'll settle down. It's just gonna settle down because more and more people are gonna get the whatever, get sick, then they'll get better and life will go on and it'll be like another. But think about all the people that are getting so rich right now. Look at all the big companies. It's election year. Let's see how many election. They use card stock, they use a lot of mailings, a lot of ink, a lot of tape, a lot of envelopes, make a lot of paper products like Kleenex and toilet paper, so you gotta stroke that economy, and that's the best way it's always been the best way to stroke the economy is inject a big old freaking dose of fear into society like a freaking, like heroin into a junkie's arm, man, and watch him just go, because they don't have enough faith to rise above it and be like, I'm not gonna live a proposed reality, and the thing is like the gig is up. The gig is up. People aren't buying into this crap, and not, at least not in the very small circles that I run in, It's just like, it's, you're adults. What is the fear? Are you afraid to die? Maybe people are waking up to fitness education, or education of fitness and diet. Maybe this is what's going to take to finally shake people awake to be like, you're freaking making yourself more susceptible to sickness with the shit that you eat and from sitting on the couch and just bleh, all that stuff. People, maybe this will get more people out and moving. Once they, I haven't had a cold in freaking 15 years. I know other people like that, And I wonder if it has anything to do with the smart juice that they're spraying in our breathing air, It's just all respiratory, and it's cold, it's winter, people get sick, So now it's like, what? It's just out of hand, though. So anyway, I set an intention, and I had the coolest freaking, it moved me. It really did. Meditate state experience. What I do when there's big old huge, um, freaking when people freak out like this, and they do it every 18 years. Look at the history. Look at, I mean, more than that, actually. I mean, it's in cycles, you know. And look at the things that have happened that they I haven't seen anywhere on the news in mainstream media, like we bombed Iraq again, you know, and because those Rocketeers got to make money too, because everybody is knowing the gig is up, so you got to do as much as you can and fill those pockets, you know, before the gig is really up and the whole world changes, because it's already done changed. The world is not. It's already, the astrology has said that the beginning of the year is going to look 180 different at the going out of the year, and it already does, and we're only March 13th into it, because freaking essentially the whole world is shutting down over a cold. It's like, you know, it's 2020, you don't know to not be a dirty pig and to wash your hands often, you know, don't touch surfaces because money's filthy, and you know, and you don't know that yet. Your parents failed. Okay. It just makes me laugh. Anyway, so I had this I had a meditate state, and I set the intention, and what I'll do is I'll sit into a room and I'll invite people of that vibrational frequency in that have passed on or that are still here, you know. Vibe is vibe, but I don't just like, you know, it summons energy don't work that way. You gotta invite people in. You can't take and overpower and manipulate and stuff like that. So I'll set the intention and invite same freak tribe. And that's just people I like, you know. And if they want to come in, they can come in. And there was a lot of oldies and goodies in there, you know. Paige Stewart, freaking JFK. He's like, I knew it the whole time. Had a really cool moment freaking with this is just in my meditate state, you know, dreamland, la la, you know, it's whatever you want it to be, and it's whatever it's allowed, you know. It's your own private safe space where nobody's getting sick in here, and I just want to like take a moment to invite people into the room here. There ain't no fear allowed here. There ain't no virus in here. There ain't no bigger threat than has ever been before, and the threat is in me, and I'm not a threatful person, so whatever, you know. So in meditate state, so there's a lot of like, had a cool moment with R.W. Robin Williams. I got that for him, commemorative memorial. You know, we both did our cheesy smile where you start to tear up, you know. And I'm like, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get him to raise their vibe past all his fear nonsense. He's like, you know, that's what, when people pass on, they add to the collective, the vibe, you know. Taylor Swift, you know, she's high vibrational being on this earth. Ed Sheridan, you know. And we have light and shadow in us. It's just where do you sit, and what puddle are you sitting in 51% of the time, you know? And are you trying to change that percentage? You know, I mean, if it's not, you know, I look at a lot of stuff as percentage, because, hey, that's why it was my astrology. It said, you know, you're likely there's a lot of irritants and stuff today. The things are really going to bother. You're going to be prone to like short fuse and stuff. So I knew that going into the world, and then that's why I just drove through the parking lot. Nope. Because it's funny, because we're the one with thumbs. Humanity we have thumbs. Logic. We're the top of the food chain, and people are acting like fucking over a cold. It's a cold. You know? But it'll settle down because more people will get it. More people are getting it, and then they're telling their story. Yeah, it sucks. It's like, it's a cold. You get past it. You know, take care of yourself. That's what people should be doing to being prohibited from being sick, because nobody ever gets sick. We make ourselves sick by eating the junk that we freaking eat, and it messes with our vibrational frequency. So what's happening in the shell of a nut, as I see it, is, you know how you walk in a room, I use this analogy every now and again, but it deserves to be repeated. When you walk into a room and the couple's like just had a fight, and you're just like, wow. uh, you know, um, uh, you could feel it, the tension, right? That's vibes. That's how vibes work. And they're more than you, right? See, my energy, I'll just get everybody laughing. I'll be like, I'll bring it up. What are you guys fighting about? I'll break the awkward and get past it through to the solution, right? It might be embarrassing or something, but that's what empaths do. I don't get embarrassed. The embarrassment is in the other people. I just cut through it. I'm like, I feel something, and I'll freaking address it. I might have not, I don't know. I was the girl at the bank. I had to call the bank this morning because I couldn't log into the bank. And I told her about my channel. Maybe she'll check it out. I'm just like, don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid, So, that's what's happening is like you've walked into a room where like we're a couple of people are scared, but my energy is always stronger with my belief system than usually collectively any room I walk into with theirs. Usually I just leave things be because I know you don't freaking overtake energy and stuff like that. But sometimes in an emergency situation there are allowances. Because I'll clap my hand. Because I don't. It's that when people get into heightened state, that's when panic ensues, and that's what we're headed. And I'm trying to prevent is they set the intention to head off freaking violence. Because people, when they get raised in a heightened state, they become fearful, and that's why they're injecting all this fear. So people will spend money to stimulate the economy, and it's just something that they've always done, and it used to work in like the 1950s and 60s. When there was less exposure to the world and how other people do it, and this doesn't work, now the world is a very, very, very small place, and plus I don't believe that there's many people on the populace as they say that there are. They just inflate numbers so they can give themselves the budget to allow for the numbers, and then the excess they're just paying themselves freaking six figures. So if they stop doing that, we all could have freaking a nice subsidy check. People could go to work and do things that they want to do, not freaking have to do, and there'd be a lot more joyful people in the world. And that's the way the world's heading. It's just has to get really stupid first, so because people are showing their asses. People are showing their asses right now. So who else was in my meditate state? Blanche, the Golden Girls, everyone but Betty White, because she's still here in this incarnation. She's busy. I think she's getting tired, though. So, James Dean, Sam Cooke, yeah. These are people that are like angels to me, They're just in source, but they raise my vibe. So I hope people take some time, shut the world out, and raise it. I just think about if everybody just shut the world out for 5 minutes and just thought about the things that you love the most, that in itself would reduce the fear in a substantial freaking way. So I did my part. All right. That's about all I got. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.